Remove the EPPR valve connector to run the test directly with the connector. Set your multi-tester to the resistance value.
That's good.
Disconnect the EPPR valve connector. Check the resistance value with the EPPR valve connector. If the resistance value is either not shown or infinite, the coils within the valve may have been cut off. The EPPOS controls the EPPR valve with the milliamps value based on the logic created with the RPM and main pump pressure value in real time during machine operation. The EPPR receives the milliamps value instead of the voltage to reduce the pressure from the gear pump. Then, it produces and sends a secondary pressure based on the milliamps value. The EPPOS controls the minimum milliamps value sent to the EPPR valve in the mode set by the user. Dusan recommends using the exclusive test harness for measuring the milliamps value of the EPPR valve. We will explain why in a moment. There is a clear difference between the measurement of voltage and milliamps. Thus, make sure to never confuse the two. If you measure the milliamps value in the same way as for voltage, this is what will happen. This is how to measure it correctly. Cut off the red line and measure it as shown here. This is why we recommend using this test harness. Install the test harness. Set the machine to RPM mode and check whether the milliamp values shown here are actually being applied during operation. 0.6A on the multi-tester refers to 600 milliamps. This means that the machine has been started without a load and is not being operated. 0.3 ampere on the multi-tester means that the machine is currently in operation in standby mode. 0.2 ampere means that the machine is currently in operation in power mode. You can check the value of the EPPR valve by using Dusan's diagnostic tool, DMS. PV control does not work in idle mode even if you try to operate the machine. As you can see, it can be controlled up to 300 milliamps during operation in standard mode. As you can see, it can be controlled up to 200 milliamps during operation in power mode. However, when the auxiliary switch is on, you cannot check the EPPR value on the DMS. In auxiliary mode, the EPPR valve is controlled directly by a fixed value rather than a variable one through resistance without going through the EPPS. Thus, you cannot check this on the DMS, and you will not obtain a PV value, as shown here.